Volunteers defeat emerald ash borer. Bob Sartor, Bettendorf, Iowa. Brought to you by... My sister-in-laws visiting from Korea found this streetscape one of the most attractive scenes in Bettendorf. During this presentation, we're going to try to present a problem, a resolution, some data, and the application involved. The problem, of course, in 2013 was emerald ash borer. We had two possible solutions: removal or treatment. One of the arguments against treatment is the cost. Removal, however, can be very costly. As seen in this picture, when the homeowner came home and told the realtor, "Gee, I didn't know the city owned my trees, I didn't know about emerald ash borer, I didn't know they were ash trees. All I know is the buyer said no way when he found a street that didn't have trees anymore." More to the cost comparison, Milwaukee treats 28,000 trees. Naperville, by the way, treats 9,000. Using their cost at $35 a tree, they use summer temporary help to do this. We can see the difference between just removing them, that's that line that peaks after the 4 years when everything has to come down, to the stair steps of two different plans. The second plan 2, where you treat all the trees over 25 years, doesn't even reach half the cost of a contractor-based removal. Here's where all the information you can get on insecticides is found. It was compiled by 4 universities who first encountered the emerald ash borer, and they highlight a number of things. One, that numerous studies have shown that it is cheaper, less expensive, to keep the trees and treat them. Second of all, that they can be treated for 3 years, not 2, with trunk injection. And third of all, a whole thing about treating trees forever, which is another objection. Here's the population dynamics. All forevers are not created equal. As you can see, as the number of trees to infest declines, the population also goes down sharply, so that it ultimately crashes, and you can extend that period of treatment out from 3 years to almost 6 or beyond. First of all, you need a cadre, and of course that's Bettendorf Trees or Us for moral support. They know the value of trees because they treat them, they prune them, they water them, they stake them, and of course they plant them. You need an inventory, in this case provided commercially by Davy Tree. They did a pretty decent job, but we used our own software I developed, which uses Google Maps, and anybody in Bettendorf can get on their smartphone and look at all the trees. Here we see the trunk injected trees, which are the larger ones and when they were injected, and the soil injected trees that are injected every year. You need a cadre of young, energetic volunteers. Okay, these guys can remember the Truman administration. However, you need an applicator with an applicator's license, also a volunteer. You have to have a license, even though these chemicals are not restricted. Any homeowner can buy them. It's on public land, so in Iowa you need an applicator with a license. You need equipment, borrowed from the golf course. Thank you, Brian. And you need other equipment, these injectors, which are $12 each, the cart and the bucket, were found by the curbside. $3 a year. Your call. 2 results. One with the $3, 7 for 21. One without. A roundup of prices: we did 330 total ash trees, 165 soil injected, 165 trunk injected. The trunk injected are for the larger trees, and it's a curative. The soil injected are smaller trees, it's a preventative. If it's already infested and you've soil injected and you want to keep it, you have to trunk inject, which is more expensive. Let you look at the trees one more time. And here we are. Feel free to email me. I hope this makes the YouTube. We made the nightly news. Have a nice winter.